I don't have any regret because life is reciprocal.
We're just trying to understand exactly what the reasoning behind such a brutal, horrendous crime could have been. But to now see him sitting there saying he has no regrets and giving the reason why he did what he did to be because she was cheating on him and he felt that he needed to do something like that to her really makes me question, where he's at mentally. Ayo, let's talk about this.
The fact that you've asked that question is why it's putting a big question mark in terms of just reviewing this case. So since the last time we spoke about this, when this horrific news broke, I think we talked about this on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yes. And it boggles the mind as to why another human being would want to behead someone that he said he shared a relationship with, even though that is also under question. Because the girl's sister has come out I watched the interview where she said she doesn't know her sister had never mentioned anybody like him. There were also conversations around how he was found out. In that interview where he was being spoken to, he said that he was one who surrendered himself, that he wouldn't have been caught if he didn't want to be caught. Questions around that. Now, what some people, or what it looks like, is a big cover-up for a bigger issue.
I agree.
And so I don't just agree with the surface-level interview where he's spewing nonsense, but like I said and I maintain, they have to investigate this further. There might be, very likely, a bigger cabal behind him. This might just open up the door to a cartel of parts dealers or ritualists who are using these girls. I also saw a video of another girl in a related fashion saying that she could have been victim to this guy, that she was in a Telegram group and he had advertised a karaoke session and she actually revealed the correspondence between both of them, meaning that it wasn't just one victim he was after. Because the chat was very suspicious, even encouraging her. I said it was a choir leader, that they were doing Christian karaoke, but said that he had made space for her to spend the night.
Oh my God.
So that's why I'm saying that a lot of things don't add up. He might be feigning mental illness now by the way he's responding and answering, maybe as a diversionary tactic, but I believe that there's more to uncover and the police ought to do their due diligence. The sister of the unfortunate, the victim of this killing has said that justice must be served. I think they owe it to her memory and to her family members who must be in turmoil, who must be in distress at the moment, at the disgusting way and the horrific way their daughter was killed, to please ensure that justice is brought and any and everyone involved in this ought to be apprehended. So he said a lot of nonsense. He spewed a lot. It's provocative if you watch it. It's irritating. You can blame moral decadence, but I believe that there is a lot more. And it might just be a cover-up for something bigger. If we're going to get to the bottom of this thing, we must be very intentional about investigating everything around this young man. It doesn't add up.
I totally agree with Ayo. So for me, the first thing that really upset me is hearing this man saying life is reciprocal. And I'm saying, you've taken life. Can you give that life? If life is as reciprocal as you say it is and you believe what you're saying, you've taken someone's life. Can you return that life? No, you cannot. When you look at the entitlement of this man, and you look at the fact that his body language says, everything about his body language says that I can get away with this and I most likely will get away with it. So besides the patriarchy of it, of feeling that as a man, if I have been cheated on, then I can take whatever necessary, there's a problem already there, right? Then the second problem is the fact that this guy thinks there's such impunity in this country, that this country, he obviously believes that Nigeria is so lawless that he can get away with it. What kind of statement is, oh, they wouldn't have caught me if I didn't want to be caught? I mean, just imagine the pompous ego of such he's a psychiatric case, but he should not hide behind his psychiatric case. Like Ayo said, there's more to this. And if you follow the trend, because this is something you heard of in other countries. It's not something you heard of in such such close succession. The same demographic, young girls always being murdered by young men. This is quite a new phenomenon and it's something that needs to be looked into.
Very fantastic submission, ladies. Thank you so much.